Hello, Facebook fans. My name is Command Master Chief Hubert. Joining me today is
Rodney Sims from the Safety Department.
We are here at Naval Air Facility El Centro putting together 101 Critical Days of Summer safety video for you. Rodney, real fast for our audience, what is 101 Critical Days?
101 Critical Days is the time between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
So not only focusing on those periods between Memorial Day and Labor Day, some of the stuff we're actually going to talk about can be used all year long here in the Valley. I mean, because face it, we have nice weather year round.
Yes.
So in this little video that we put together to share with everybody on our Facebook fans, we're going to talk about 3 little video clips that we put together. What are our video clips we worked on?
We have traffic safety, water safety, and barbecuing.
Okay, those are the 3 highlights that we put videos together for you, but there's tons of other stuff that we can talk about. Most of it is common sense, we hope, but we want to remind you of some other safety items too. For instance, because we are out here in the Valley, beautiful weather, hiking. Hiking is big out here in the Valley.
Yes, it is.
So if I was to go hiking, what's some of the things I should be worried about if I'm going hiking?
With hiking, the number one is have a plan.
Most important part of the plan, Rodney, is do what with it?
Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan.
All right. What's some of the things I should maybe bring with me?
Well, you want to make sure you have the right gear on. You know, you can't go out there in tennis shoes and stuff like that. You want to have the right gear on, the footwear, clothing, hat for shade and stuff like that.
And of course, before I go hiking, let somebody know what my plan is. Remember, stick to the plan, but let somebody know what is my plan, where am I going.
Right, share the plan.
Share the plan, have a phone or GPS item with you to make sure that you know how you're gonna get back. Have water. Gotta have hydration with
H2O.
you. Stay away from the energy drinks, give some water. How about Scooby snacks? I need energy out there.
Energy, high energy.
Yes, protein, Cliff bars, gotta have my Scooby snacks.
Right.
All right, so hiking's big deal. Like I said in our videos that we're about to show you, talking about barbecuing safety, water safety, traffic safety. Folks, most of this, common sense, but we want to emphasize, stick to your plan, have a plan, and most of all, be safe about what you're doing out there during this critical days of summer. We hope you enjoy it. We'll be back at the end.
And remember to have fun.
Joining us today is Fed Fire Chief Sean Stratton. He's going to be joining us today to talk a little bit about barbecue fire safety and what it is to get our barbecue up and running for the season. I mean, after all, folks, it has been sitting in storage for the last several months for winter. So before we use it today, Sean, again, thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
We are maintaining our social distances here for this video, but some of the things that we want to talk about is bringing this grill back to life from being in storage for over the last couple months. What's some of the things that we should look at on the top and the outside of the grill before we decide we're going to use it for the season?
Well, one of the first things you want to do is make sure that all the cobwebs and bugs or any type of critters that can get into it are not in there. And you want to knock all the cobwebs off. Something else you want to inspect is make sure that the inside does not have any leftover food or any wasp or any type of black widows that might be hiding under the cover.
This is a great hiding and breeding spot, isn't it, for like vermins and stuff over the winter to come up in here. So
most definitely.
Should we definitely be looking at the fuel burners, make sure they're free of bugs and stuff as well?
Yeah, you want to remove all your grills, and then you want to take a look inside to make sure everything is intact. Because
what's the easiest way to clean them out? Just hose?
Just you can actually pull it apart if you're kind of like a maintenance type kind of person. If not, a good power wash inside will take care of it, but let it dry.
Let it dry out big. Yep.
Before you start firing it back up. But you also want to look for any rust and make sure that the little holes are all basically open and not clogged with some type of rust or food product, because by doing that it can back up the gas, or you won't get a good light, or you'll get an explosive light.
Awesome. So that's taking care of the inside where our food preparation is going to go, but for some of it, before we even get to that part and we're all cleaned out, we're ready to put it back together, how about for the tank itself? And I know, folks, you can't see it on the camera itself, but when we're looking at the propane tank itself, what are some of the things we should be looking at around the regulator and the hose section?
Well, first of all, you want to make sure that it's one of the newer type tanks that have a triangle type valve on top. You also want to look inside, because there is a rubber gasket that basically seats the line inside. And if that's not there, then you want to take it and get it exchanged.
And for the hose?
For the hose, you want to make sure that there's no cracks, and also that everything flows right. That the knob that you use to screw it onto the tank works. And basically, once you put it on, turn the gas on, see if you hear any hissing of gas.
Any hissing sound. Another good trick I heard too is some soapy water.
Yeah.
If we want to look for bubbles for any cracks in the lines
Just
as
a
well.
little bit of Dawn soap and some water and a little old commercial
spray bottle.
bottle. Just squirt it on there, and if it starts bubbling, turn off your gas and just replace your hose line.
Awesome. Again, make sure that when we're cleaning this all out, that it's all put back together and air dried out really good before we attempt to put gas back on it. So we got our grill all nice and clean. We got the steaks been marinating for the last couple hours. We got our fuel tank all ready to go. Wait, where's the best spot to put this grill? Should I put it underneath my canopy in my backyard?
No, you want to keep it out from any overhangs, and even if you're on base, make sure that it is outside in the open to where nothing is above it, or keep it 3 or 4 feet away from the house. That way when it does heat up, it's not heating up your house and possibly catching the house on fire.
So let's say I use some really cheap meat from the local grocery store, a lot of fat and grease on it, gonna get some flame ups. Okay, big flames coming out of this. What's the best #1 advice I should do as soon as I get to a flame up?
If you get a flame up, water does work, but be careful because it could just kind of roll up on you. That's the old school of putting your flames out for the old greasy hamburgers we used to cook. But even having some baking soda out there would help too. It might get on your steak, but the good thing is it washes right off.
True, true. Or
You know?
I mean, so close the lid, just turn the flames off maybe for
That's
a little
it.
bit. All right.
You know, try to reach in. Don't try to reach in there unless you have the proper PPE on to remove your steak.
Exactly.
You know?
But now it's charged, so some might like it well done.
That's true.
So last final item, if we were going to talk about one added bit of safety for my backyard, if I wanted a fire bottle in my inventory, what kind of fire bottle should I have in my inventory?
Right down here we have, this is one of the ones that you find in most of our buildings. The one I would recommend is a little bit smaller. It's like a 5-pound extinguisher, nice and small, but make sure that for one, it is a newer, and it's not out of hydro is what they call it. There's dates that are imprinted either on the bottom or on the side of the label. Look at your gauge. Make sure the pin is there and make sure the tag is there. That's an easy pull tab. It's not going to take away from you pulling the pin.
And also point out to our folks, ABC is the best all-inclusive, best for home use, and it covers everything that you need to do. So, all right, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
Aim, and squeeze.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you. All right, so next we're going to talk about traffic safety, the importance of being aware of what's going on around you, not texting and driving, and just being cautious all around you. So today I've asked Petty Officer Tamarack, thank you, sir, for joining us today.
No problem,
He's one of our security master at arms here at NAF El Centro, and he's going to assist me in talking about, so real fast, you know, can I text and drive? I mean, come on, I'm on a private installation Navy base. Can I text and drive? Is that allowed?
Well, unfortunately, it's highly frowned upon, and you will receive a citation just like you
Frowned
would.
upon or illegal?
Illegal.
It's illegal.
Yes.
Don't do it. Put it away. What's some advice on that, sir? So literally, I mean, put your phone, do not disturb. I mean,
I would
is
just put it
any
down.
text that important that
No.
it can't wait till you get to where you're going?
No, it's not.
It's not worth it, folks. Put your phones away. No text is worth getting in an accident or finding out, can you pick up a stick of butter from the store? Okay, it can wait till where you're going. So please be smart about it. So distracted driving, we know texting is a big deal about it. How about fumbling around with the darn radio station? I mean, what kind of stuff we've seen with that even? I mean, causing accidents too?
Just a hesitation. I mean, it's split second. Anything can happen. You know, we got a lot of live game running around on the installation. So, you know, people walking, people on their bikes. I just don't do it. Just pick a station, turn it off, leave it where you need to leave it.
Summer's upon us. It's here. It's going to be around here till at least October to get hot. Driving around with our air conditionings on, windows up. I go to a store. I want to keep my cabin or the car nice and cool. Can I go to any store and just leave my car running with the air conditioning? Is that okay to do that?
No, definitely not. A lot of different safety hazards in that, and then if somebody decides to steal your vehicle, they're going to steal it.
No questions asked. You left it running for me, right?
Fair game.
You know, Petty Officer, it's sad to say some folks have left children in the back seat too, haven't they?
That is correct, Master Chief.
Please be smart. Know your surroundings. Last words of wisdom to add to our folks out here today.
Be safe. Mind the rules of the road.
Mind the rules of the road. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, CMC.
Go back to watch. Out.
In this clip, we're going to talk about water safety. Today I have,
Valicia?
for water safety in Imperial Valley, be sure not to swim in canals. Canals are not meant to be swim in. But we're here at a pool where we have lifeguards of the MWR Aquatics Department. So Valicia, what are some of the pool water safety tips that you can give us?
Pool water safety tips for on base or even in town would be when you're at the pool or on deck, please make sure you're not running. Control your kids, don't let them run, they can slip and fall, adults as well. That's one of the main ones we enforce here.
Right. So what about hydration at the pool?
Hydration, yes, well, you want to make sure you have plenty of water to drink. You don't realize it, but when you're in the water, when you're swimming laps or even just sitting in there and playing, you sweat. You sweat a lot more than you would think. So please just make sure you get out of the water continuously and drink some water. Keep yourself hydrated.
Sunscreen, we're out here in the weather, it's a lot of sun out here. What are some of the things you want to do to protect yourself from the sun?
You want to make sure you put your sunscreen on. It doesn't matter what brand, it doesn't matter if you're using the spray or the lotion. You want to make sure you're using the right stuff for this environment. Sunscreen's the way to go. Don't come over here with baby oil, please. That doesn't help you, it hurts you. Sunscreen's the best way to go. Sun tanning lotion also has SPF on there. You can use that. That's really one of the main things you want to do. Stay in the shade if possible, and you want to make sure you apply the sunscreen before you get into the pool, at least 15 minutes before. If you apply it and jump in the pool, if you ever look back, there is a puddle of oil that you leave behind. So make sure you apply it before you come to the pools.
All right, Master Chief, here we're back with
Rodney Sims.
We hope you enjoyed our video production that we made for you this year. Remember, there's a lot of topics that we talked about, but everything revolves around having a plan, and the most important part of our plan, Rodney, is doing what with it?
Sticking to the plan.
There's a lot of great topics, and we know that you have a lot of options that you want to do this summer. So Rodney, what should we be doing with these options when we're planning about them?
Well, have a plan, stick with the plan. The summer can present a lot of safety issues. If you want to be safe out there, like I said, just have a plan, stick to that plan, and have fun at the plan. Have fun at what you're doing. Remember to always think about safety in everything that you do.
Rodney, a lot of great topics we talked about. Again, folks, please be safe about what you do. Enjoy the summer. Try to stay cool at it. Stay hydrated. And most of all, the most important thing to always remember, have fun at what you're doing, but be safe about it. All right, folks, have a great day, and we'll see you out and about in the deck plates.